Hi, this is Sam Leonard. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about shadow work. Now, your shadow self was a term that's familiarized by Carl Jung, who's a psychologist, and he noted that we have two sides of ourself. We have our conscious and our subconscious. And our shadow self is parts of us that we've disowned, we've suppressed, and we've rejected. And the process of doing shadow work is bringing this shadow self, bringing it into the conscious, bringing awareness to this part of our disowned self. Now, just because it's our shadow self doesn't mean it's necessarily negative. There's positive and negative parts of ourself that we can reject. And the whole thing about your shadow self comes from when you're growing up. We seek approval, we seek love, and depending on your social group and your family, parts of your behaviors or yourself will be approved, some will be disapproved. And we tend to take the ones that are disapproved and we put them into our subconscious, we suppress them and we reject them. We're not always aware that they're there. And there's also parts of us in it that we will exaggerate as well, depending on, the approval of that social structure. Now, the thing is with your shadow self, if you don't address it, if it's something that you ignore, then you can find these behavioral patterns, this self-sabotage that we often have, this behavior that we do, we don't really know why, and it comes from not really addressing our shadow self. But the problem is that because we've rejected and disowned parts of ourself, then there is pain associated with these disowned parts of ourself that we've put into our shadow self. So bringing up these awarenesses of our shadow self can be painful, it can be difficult. But here's the thing, when we're going through life is always giving us lessons. It's always teaching us lessons or giving us opportunity to learn things. And if we don't have those lessons, or we don't take those lessons, then we just get them repeated time and time again. And this is the universe telling us to face our fears, face ourselves, increase our awareness, and increase our and it's like increasing this awareness of these aspects of our shadow self. And the way that we do the shadow work is by a process of increasing our awareness, of constantly asking ourselves challenging questions to increase our awareness, to bring out this shadow side of ourself. And by doing this, we come to a level of not only increased awareness, but a new level of wholeness, of accepting all sides of ourselves, of accepting the shadow parts of ourself, and a new level of self-acceptance and a new level of self-love. So doing the shadow work, it can be really difficult, it can be quite painful, and revealing this whole concept of increasing self-awareness is a difficult one, because it takes a level of self-reflection and asking difficult questions, bringing up difficult parts of ourselves that we've disowned and rejected. And so this whole process of shadow work, of increasing awareness, can be a difficult path, but it's extremely worthwhile because you come to this level of self-acceptance. So hopefully this video has been of value to you, talking about shadow work, and I'll see you in the next one.